I'm at that awkward phase where like my summer foundation is too dark, but my winter foundation is too light. So we're going with winter and trying to warm it up with bronzer and just hanging on by a thread. Hi, my name is Adriana and this is my final vlog for the Vlog Squad Challenge. If you didn't catch my previous Vlog Squad vlogs or my initial explanation of the Vlog Squad Challenge, this is just a kind of fun friend recommended TBR situation. But basically the gist of it is I teamed up with 9 other creators, read one of their favorite books from last year, 2022, and reacted to it. And this is the last one where I read 3 books. Do I remember those 3 books? I think so. Do I remember which creator I picked them for? Maybe? Let's see. Let's see if I can introduce this well. The first book I read was Delilah Green Doesn't Care? Yeah. Delilah Green Doesn't Care. And that was a pick from @Lizzie's Literary Life. The second book I read was A Magic Steeped in Poison. This was a pick on YouTube, I think she's Ashley's Reads. On Instagram, she is Of Fiction and Fantasy. And then the most recent, the last book I read was Her Night with the Duke, and this was a pick from Is Bailey Reading. With that, I guess we will jump in to the actual vloggy bits of this video. So, take it away, past Adriana. Hello. I imagine this is a very stark contrast to how I presented myself in the intro clip, but we're doing it. It's fine. Oh, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. That was actually my mom coming to pick the dog up because my parents are gonna watch the dog while my husband and I are in Columbus for the weekend. But anyway, for this vlog, I am reading Delilah Green Doesn't Care, and that is the pick for Lizzie from @Lizzie's Literary Life. So I got this on audiobook. I don't really know anything about it. Based on the cover, I'm assuming sapphic romance between 2 people. Because there are 2 women on the front holding hands. Yeah, I'm excited. It should be fun. I don't know how much I will actually be able to get read during this trip we're taking, just because we're visiting with friends and it's a red-eye overnight flight, so I will be sleeping on the plane and not necessarily reading or listening to books. But I have it downloaded now, so we're ready to pick it up whenever. Good morning. You're going to get a bit of a reading update while I am getting ready this morning because we are girl bossing hard this week and next week, and we're not gonna get too into it because if we do I will crash because I haven't been sleeping. Anyway, I am a little over a third of the way into Delilah Green Doesn't Care and really enjoying it so far. I've like figured out kind of where we're going, what's going on, and it seems like it's gonna be really fun and really good. And I think I like all the characters. I don't know, I haven't quite decided yet kind of what my feelings are on the characters and how they're being portrayed. But it is kind of cool that it takes place in an area that I'm like kind of familiar with. Like, it takes place in Bright Falls, Oregon, but like I think that's a made-up town, but it's like a small Western Oregon town, and I've been to small Western Oregon towns, and they are now like doing like a wine tour trip in Willamette Valley, which I've done a wine tour in Willamette Valley, so like that's pretty fun. So yeah, I am definitely enjoying it so far. I don't know what else to say. I don't know, my brain is mush. So we're just doing our best and trying to get through the day and the next day and the one after that. So we are taking it one day at a time. I will check back in later. So this is my best attempt at a corporate girly outfit,
because we are going to corporate today. And I am not a corporate girly. I am a plant rat. So we're doing our best. Hello, hello. Gonna do I can't remember what check-in I am for Delilah Green Doesn't Care. It's been kind of a crazy week. Traveling for work, meeting up with family, it's been exciting and interesting, but emotionally and mentally draining. So one more day and then I am heading back home and I am very excited about that prospect. But anyway, back to Delilah Green. Very spicy, love the spice. I think it is written impeccably well. I like the way the relationship is developing. The only kind of critique I have is, and I'm guilty of it too, I think there's like one of the main characters, Delilah Green, has a very, like, I don't want to diagnose her, but her relationship with alcohol doesn't seem especially healthy. And I hope that that's addressed, but it doesn't feel like it's going to be, considering I am like almost 80% into this book. I think I'm at like 77%, but just a lot of like using alcohol as a coping mechanism. And not really exploring that or like saying anything. Like it's just kind of treated like as a cool coping mechanism, which I don't think is good. Like obviously, like I'm okay with characters who drink. I drink socially, I party, whatever. That makes me sound so old. But when a character is like stressed out and is like, I need a drink, and then just grabs the nearest bottle of wine and starts like chugging, I don't know. I don't like it. I am liking the rest of the book. I like the kind of subplot we have of trying to break up a friend and her like shitty fiance. I like the potential healing of, a stepsister relationship that seems to be coming our way. I like a lot of stuff about this book. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. But I imagine I will probably finish this tomorrow. If you can't tell, I am in a hotel room. Did I mention I was traveling? I don't know. I'm traveling for work in a hotel room. I have about like a 2-ish hour, a little bit less than 2-hour drive back to the airport tomorrow afternoon. So I will probably finish it during that drive because I made a pretty good chunk of progress on the way down here from Sacramento. So yeah, that is where we are at. Okay, so I'm back home. I'm just gonna roll into the next book. I managed to get, what is the book called? A Magic Steeped in Poison. This was one of Ashley's picks. I managed to get the audiobook version of that. So I'm going to start listening to it while I am at the gym. But yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym that I haven't been to in like over a week, which is crazy. Hello, I am back home with my dog in my library, feeling great. And yesterday I did finish Delilah Green Doesn't Care while I was driving back like I thought I would, and I enjoyed it. It's cute. It's very fun. I think I am gonna give it 4 stars. I think this is mostly just like personal. Just the time in which I was reading it was not very conducive to a fluffy, fun romance. Like, for me, my ratings, especially for stuff like romance, can be very dependent on external circumstances. So I did very much enjoy it. Thanks, Lizzie, for getting me to like add this to my TBR. I will probably read the other ones in the companion novels and kind of this Bright Falls series, just because it's a cool like atmosphere setting, just because I am kind of familiar with the geography around that Western Oregon, Northwestern Oregon sort of vibe. And I think this author writes like spicy scenes really, really well. And I am kind of curious to see how some of the other relationships kind of tangentially mentioned in this one progress. So yeah, I think that should be fairly interesting, and I will continue on. I think
because I'm kind of filming clips out of order, you probably already saw that I've already started the next book. I'm going to hopefully finish this Vlog Squad challenge that I actually agreed to and just procrastinated the hell out of.
Hello, you're getting an update from the car because my life is chaos. Currently on my way to Western Oregon for work. I stopped in along the way and got a smoothie for breakfast because I left at 6 a.m. so I did not make breakfast for myself. I have been actually terrible at updating for A Magic Steeped in Poison. I think I'm like 60% in. So that's where we're at right now. It's like a competition kind of based story where a young woman's sister is really, really sick. Her mother had died not that long ago. And there's this big competition to go be the tea person for the royal family. So these tea users are kind of well versed in all three aspects of tea. So she's gonna go compete in this thing. Obviously, she is a peasant girl from middle of nowhere, so she's automatically right off the bat at a severe disadvantage. And when she gets there, there's like weird shit going down with like the cousin of the current princess is like in town and being weird. Princess's dad, the emperor, is like really, really sick and hasn't been around, so the princess is like the regent for now. And it's just like lots of sketchy stuff going down in the capital that our main character is dealing with. It's pretty fun, but I think just as like kind of a general rule, these competition stories just don't really do it for me, because either in the case of this book, there's a lot of really interesting stuff happening outside of the competition, and we have to keep leaving the interesting stuff to partake in the competition. Or in like the case of like Legendborn, the competition aspect was really interesting, but we kept leaving to go do like other stuff I didn't care about. So it's just like I can never seem to find a competition based plot that really melds those two things together, because I guess maybe like Hunger Games. I haven't reread Hunger Games in a while, but I feel like, you know, especially the first book, The Hunger Games, basically the entirety of the plot is the competition. Them in the arena, them like fighting and killing each other and doing all that stuff. So you feel like it's worth it to have the competition aspect in the story versus something like this tea competition. You're obviously not going to have a full 300 to 450 page book of just them steeping tea, because that's not that exciting. So you have to have other stuff going on, but at the same time, like, it would have been nice if we could have just like nixed the competition part altogether. I don't know. It's just kind of, I don't love competition stories. I feel like they're really hard to pull off well. But anyway, I've been jabbering on. I need to continue on my journey to Oregon. I have, I think, like 4 hours left of this trip, so I will check in later. Well, I finished A Magic Steeped in Poison shortly before I stopped for gas and some dinner, and the light just went out, so we're gonna turn that back on. So we love that perfect timing situation, but it ends on a super duper big cliffhanger. I know there's a second book, so I assume I know the overall outcome of this cliffhanger, but it's just like kind of frustrating because I don't think I really want to continue on in the series, but like I want to know what happens. I'm pretty sure the second book has come out, so like Ashley, like hit me up, let me know how they resolve the end of this book. And I mean, it was fine, it was fun, but I just don't care enough to want to continue on in the series, is where I'm at. Sitting at a solid 3 stars. Like, it's fine, it's average, Wiguchi, nothing super duper crazy here. I think that's where I'm ending off with A Magic Steeped in Poison, which leaves 1 book left before I finish this entire project, which is incredible. The last book I will be reading is Her Night with the Duke, or The Night with the Duke. I don't know. I'll have the audiobook cover up here, but I have a copy of it on Hoopla. I will probably start it tonight because I still have like 3 hours before I get home, but I think I'm gonna take a break and just listen to like some podcasts and music and stuff while I drive. But I want to get going on the road because I want to be home. So Check you later. Hello, hello. This is like a 40% check-in for Her Night with the Duke. This is also my first check-in, so I will give some synopses, insight into the story and what's going on. We have two main love interests. We have Elliot Huntington. Oh, he's the Duke of Huntington. His name is Elliot Townsend. That's a confusing thing about this book, is there are many names for the same person. Anyways, Elliot, or Hunt, he gets called a lot. He is a second son of a duke, but the first son died, so he inherited the dukedom. His brother was kind of a fuck up, so he has a big chip on his shoulder about like doing the right thing and being a good person. He is traveling to go meet his proposed bride. I don't know, like how they do the weird dealings and they're like, I'm gonna marry this chick that I never met. So he's on his way to go meet her and announce their betrothal. It's a really windy, crazy night, so he spends the night at an inn. The other love interest we have is Leela, or Lila. I've heard it say both ways. She, at 17 years old, was married to an earl, I think, who was much older than her. She was his second wife, so the Earl already had 2 kids. The Earl's son is actually 2 years older than Leela, so he was not real pleased about the situation of having a stepmom younger than him, but the Earl's younger daughter really fell in love with her and they have a great relationship. So Leela is going back to the Earl's mansion thing that she hasn't been to in a while to go hang out and vibe with that. But she gets caught in the same storm and ends up in the same inn, and one bed trope ensues, and we end up having a night with the Duke, and they do their night thing, and it's great. And the next morning they go their separate ways, and it's fine. Also, I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this update because I am straight up getting laryngitis right now. So I don't know what's happening. I'm losing my voice. I'm enjoying the book, having a good time, but I guess I will give more thoughts on it when I get my voice back. I don't know what's happening to me right now. Hello, hello. We're going to see if my voice can hold out. I'm definitely losing it. Hopefully I'm not getting sick. Hopefully it was just overexertion over the last week. But I think I described our 2 main love interests, Hunt and Leela, and wouldn't you know it, that the woman Hunt is going to go meet to go marry is Leela's stepdaughter. Ooh, which I guess I should have seen coming. Like, it seems fairly obvious now, but I thought that, because they made a big deal about Leela being barren, so I thought she was going to get, like, pregnant and that was going to force them back together. But I like this much better because it's, like, much faster. We're getting stuff. We're getting drama. We're getting into character relationships right off the bat. And I mean, the pregnancy thing could still show up later because I think so far we're like 3 days in and I'm like 43% into the book. Very much enjoying that. It's got a lot of drama. It's got some good steam. We got a lot of good stuff going. So today is Tuesday. Worked a full day today. Gonna go to the gym, sneak in a little workout, go get some takeout for dinner, and then tomorrow I'm working like a little cheeky half day and then flying back home. And I'm so excited because this is like the last travel I have planned for it's the last travel I have planned. I mean, there will be more travel, but like this is the last one for probably the rest of the year, I'm guessing. I don't think I'm gonna be flying anywhere in December, which will be great. I am gonna go work out because I need to move my body. Hello, I am updating you a little crusty dusty because I have not been very good about updating on Her Night with the Duke, and I am 90% in and I'm about to go to the gym and I will probably finish it while there. So I am glad I'm about to finish it because I am done with these 2 fucking main characters. Just be together. Stop what you're doing. Like, you like each other. Stop this. Stop what you're doing. Stop sabotaging yourself. Just figure it the fuck out. So that's where I am. That's my update. That's the tweet. I just... Why?
They keep saying there's like all of these excuses of why they can't be together. And I'm like, show me why. You keep saying all this random shit. And so far, I am not convinced. Just be together and be happy and be done. Okay, I'm gonna go to the gym for realsies because I need to. So we are at the end and I need to give my very final thoughts on her night with the Duke. And all I can say is finally these people got over themselves. It took like 3, I think, side characters to like smack them upside the head and be like, stop being a problem for yourselves and just like make it happen. So I really related to those side characters in those moments because I was also like, get over yourself and just be together. But overall, I would say I enjoyed it. Again, I just don't really like that trope of like, and it's a very, I think, common-ish trope in historical fantasy where it's like, oh, we can't be together because of propriety reasons. And I'm like, I don't care. Like, you're rich. You're making up problems for yourself because you don't have enough real problems. As much as I do enjoy the historical romance genre, just some of the tropes I just never get over. But I had a very good time. Thank you, Bailey, for making me read this book. Not making me. Allowing me to read one of your favorites. And now we are at the end. Overall, I would say I mostly enjoyed what I was reading. I kind of read them all like back to back in this very chaotic month of my life, so I probably didn't give them the best chance of really wowing me as a reader, and that's on me. But I had so much fun with this challenge. It was really great to kind of like sneak peek into other people's like reading habits and what really makes them tick reading wise, and I feel like I got to know a lot more about like my fellow creators and friends, so I just had a really great time and enjoyed it, even though it took me literally all year to get this project done. Coming in at the 11th hour with this project. But with that, let me know what your favorite books of 2022 were. If you know what your favorite books of 2023 are probably going to be, put those down in the comments section as well. And thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.